Let's fight. Wherever you're joining us from this evening, welcome in the ring. Let's fight, guys. Good to have you here with us. It's another day. It's the 23rd day of August, rushing on to month end. Good to have you joining us from the 592, from the diaspora, from the United States of America. Good to have all of you joining us from further afield. We know some people way up north, some people in Europe, some people joining us from all over. Welcome in the ring. Share the live. Smash that emoji button as well, guys. We're going to be seeking to do that too. Smash that emoji button, share the live, and partner with us as well, good folks. Pace and power. Let's go on down the road, folks. We got a lot to share with you guys this evening, so we want to get right to it. As I said, good to have each and every one of you on the live. Share, smash that emoji button, folks. And let's go. We got a far way to go tonight. So let's get on with it, folks. Let's get on with it. Here's that bell again for you folks now joining us. For you folks now coming in, there is that bell for you. Pace and power. Share that live. Smash that emoji button. And like I think I want it just one more time. Just one more time. For all of those who are joining us from the many places you all are coming in from, welcome in the ring tonight. One more time for a boss man. One more time for Enid and Victoria, Deborah Sharona Lynch. One more time. Here we go with the bell, folks. For all the good people joining us tonight, Fair Lions and all the rest of you, welcome in the ring from all the pages you all are joining us from. Good to have you folks here with us. We outside tonight. We out front. Good to see you, Roxy McKinnon, Onessa Wardine, and again, all of you wonderful, fantastic folks who are joining us. Good to see all of you. Share that live, folks. Smash that emoji button. Are you guys ready to get right to it? We trust that you guys are. As I said, good to see so many of you on the live tonight, folks. Good to see so many of you on the live. I see we have Andrew Griffith, Roxanne Garraway is here, Chanel Wills, Joylyn, Brenda Braffett is here, Don Sampson is here. How you doing, Don? Good to see you. And all the other beautiful, wonderful folks who are joining us this evening. Good to have each and every one of you on the live tonight. Y'all know we said. Good to have you folks on the live. Share the live. Smash that emoji button, folks. And down the road we go. Good to see so many of you out already. We got hundreds of you already on the live. Hundreds of you on the live, like John Joe, like Laverne, like Julian Mars, Joylyn Cook, Abiola Clark is here, Facebook user from Canada, the one with all the Canadian flags. Astrid Schultz is here. Lennox, Enid, Edward. Good to have you two folks wherever you all joining us. So lots happening in the world. What's happening by your end? Lots happening in the world. Lots happening in the 592. Not all good. Not all good at all. Good to have Barbara Ralph here. John Wolford is here as well. Andrew Cuthbert is here as well. Andrew said the PPP must go. We believe, Andrew. Good to have you, Paulette Hicks. Maxine Still is here as well, folks. Wherever you're all joining us from tonight, respect and manners, folks. Pace and power. Joylyn, good to have you. We're going to be talking with, we're going to have a guest popping by this evening. We're talking about some municipal matters. Good to have you, Veronica Rollins Primo, joining us. Gail Anika, good to see you, Gail. And I see we have Metsi. We got Debbie Hohenkirk. We got Andrew, as I said, Joylyn, Debbie, Marjorie, Babu Ram. Good to have you here, folks. Share that live. Smash that emoji button. Some of you getting very complex. Don't do it. Don't do it. Good to have you folks here. Nonetheless, Marvin, Enid. I see we got Mavis. We also have Abiola Clark, June Chase, Sandra Hanover. How are you doing, Auntie Sandra? Good to have you on the live. All the nurses who are with us tonight. Some of you on a ship, but peeping. To all the nurses down there at Mary Black, a good evening to each and every one of you. It's one of the best hospitals in South Carolina, where we are. All the folks down there who say they watch us ardently. Good to have you folks on the live as well. Charles Nelson, good to see you too, Charles. Good to see you, Van Classic. I see, is it Iffy? Good to have you. Ramona Ramson is here. Gil Adcock, Enid, Colin Archer. Siobhan Fraser is here too. Good to have all of you on the live. Guys, we trust you've had a good day. We trust you fired up and you're ready to go. Guys, I won't get on my knees and grovel. But you see, when we get with thing, some of y'all going to wish y'all were apart. Folks, We are that much closer. We are that much closer to our target. Folks, we got to raise some money, right? And in a day plus, we've been able to raise some money. And I want to thank God for some of you, because y'all only hear us hint something and y'all trust us so much. It's very, 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 very heartwarming. You see, we're taken aback by your kindness. Some people want our kind of information. They want a social security. They want a blood sample. They want a stool sample. And then give nothing. But some others, you trust us so much. You say, hey, hold this. Hold this, fat man. You trust us so much. I want to say thanks to you guys. We are that much closer, folks. That much closer. You all know we are in the process of procuring a drone. We want to expand what we're doing, take things from a different angle, look at life from a different angle. And the situation, for instance, to Mary North, houses might be dismantled, people are being pushed off of the land. Sometimes you want to have a bigger picture of what is happening. And that's why we're going in this particular area, in addition to some other things. So folks, if you want to help, I don't think we have the graphic set. That's one of the shortcomings you see. We don't have that graphic set. But if you want to help, drop us a message on our WhatsApp number. And you should know it by heart by now. But if you don't, 592-627-6963. Drop us a message here and we can send you a link. You can tell us how you want to contribute, what platform. And we got a link for whatever platform you got. If you're on Mars, we got a link for that. Right? To make sure. Obi Chester, you can contribute. Mark Doris. Folks, no amount is too small. I know some of you at home and abroad. Oh my God. I ain't want to get this little thing here, man. I feel so bad. Don't bother with that, folks. Don't bother with that. Let us worry about that. Let us worry about how we get to you. To honor that blessing, as it were, that you're going to give us. A woman called us from France. She said, I want to be part. I ain't got much. I want to say thanks to her. How could I do this? Right? And we found a way. We can find a way. Don't say it's too small. That being said, folks, we got a lot on the fight card tonight, and we're going to circle back at some point with that graphic. Right? That being said, folks, that being said, I want you guys also to know, those who are going to be coming back and watch us later on, share that live, smash that emoji button as well. But I want you guys to know also that if you're looking for a good Justice of the Peace Commissioner of Oaths affidavit, we want to recommend the Alistair Collins firm. We give you some more information as the night moves on how you can contact them. If you want to head down there right now, who knows, they might be still open. They're right down there at the Callion Mall on Lamaha Street between Camp and Waterloo Street. You can find them right there. The ground floor is closer to Waterloo Street. A lovely building there, the Callion Mall. On the ground floor, go in there. You can't miss them. The Alistair Collins firm. You need a good Justice of the Peace. You need a good Commissioner of Oaths affidavits. Lean on them boys. They can help you out. Professional team. They're going to give you guys the fixer-upper. But that being said, folks, as we head to see what we're covering this evening, it's quite a few things. We got cane to talk about. Cane bitter these days. Bitter sugar. Bitter. We can talk a little bit about what's happening about that in the 592. Oh, this mother and son from Berbice. We can talk about that, every day the pandemics that we got every day, violence against women and girls, another day, fires, carnage on our roads and waterways. And we talk about that all the time. We can talk about that too. Rudy Giuliani. And then we can talk, folks, about the Linden Deputy Mayor. The Linden Deputy Mayor out front and helping some folks. And we like that. We like the shady life, folks, and smash that emoji button. As we run the bit, folks, as we on that bit with the Linden Deputy Mayor, recently we saw him talking with some folks there. I think it's the Watuka Road. Do I have it right? The Watuka Road. Doing the work as a councillor, recently gone in there in the municipality, the town council of Linden, and making a difference and advocating in this instance for the road there to be done. They say the road needs work. Just recently, I think we saw, is it Edgel, talking about how much millions, hundreds of millions of dollars will go to Linden to fix infrastructure. Well, here's a good point to start. here is a good point to start. So let's take a look at some of what the Deputy Mayor was highlighting quite recently. Dominic Blair, the Deputy Mayor of the municipality of Linden, the township of Linden. And then we're going to talk to him a little later on in the evening, one-on-one. So let's take a look at what's going on there. Folks in Linden, take a look and take a listen.
Everyone, we're here in West Watuco about the road that's affecting our residents. We have the councillors, have community representative to speak about the road in West Watuco, the farm road, and what's affecting them. First, we can start with a name and just state how the road affecting you guys. Mr. Stark can say something about the road.
Yeah, the road, we need the road to fix, because getting ourselves inside here with transportation, there's a lot we got to pay for coming, going out. There's a lot we got to pay. And the taxi driver, they're telling you plain, the road bad, and you got to pay them more money. So we asking the relevant authority to just come look into this matter. It's a very serious matter on our behalf.
Anybody?
Yeah. The road really affect me, because when you have communities every day, it causes me to get fixing every time the person on the car going bad every time, and the car parts so expensive to buy these things they used to put on your on your car. So we call and who in charge to come out and see and get this road done. It's a long time. This road is a long time now. I moved nearly actually going into 20 years or much, and this road there like this for a very long time. And it's time these people come in and get this road done. They do a part to the back, do a part to the front, and left all the work. This is the worst. They say.
Yes.
When you come in, it dragging. If vehicle dragging, just dragging his vehicle. It damaging it. No.
Yes.
I just tired talking.
Yes.
Just tired.
All right. Good afternoon. Yes.
I would be grateful for the relevant authority do this road. I have vehicles. My car went through diagonally with this road. I took it down to Georgetown to get it looked after. It's still under repairs. So I am asking that those that are in authority to come and check out this road and do this road urgently. It is needed, because presently I have to catch taxi, and it is so much disgusting. Sometimes I have to taxi up myself to stop in front of it, because you have to be going down in the valley, hop on the mountain, it is, and I feel it for those taxi drivers too, like I felt for my car. You understand? I have a bus too that is behind and out, and many times my brother complains, say, oh gosh, this road disgusting. So many times my bus have to be out there. So please come and look after the road for us. We will be very much grateful. Thank you.
Thanks. All right, Ms. Dover.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm advocating that this road be done urgently, because I've been trying. We even ask person to bring stuff and we'll pay to get it done. And till now we can't get a load of stuff. And I order water. Imagine a canter refusing to come through these holes. Yeah. Much less you who drive in a car, right? And it's very unfair. The holes getting deeper by the day. And we can't continue like this. We can't even get a machine to grade the road. So it's urgently needed fixing.
All right.
Yeah, good afternoon. As everyone said, we're in desperate need of a proper road here. The road is actually more worse than how it looks to the eyes of people out there. Driving every day on this road is agony. Agony. I have one of my vehicles already parked there, can't move really. Coming through every day through this road is all manner of things you gotta pass through. And then it's affecting our daily lives, our businesses and all these things. This is a farmer's environment, and to get access to certain things you're not getting through really, right? The canter men them don't even want to come in, right? You don't get, not even truck really want to come in. Everybody's running from this environment. So we asking the relevant authority to step in right now and get this road done as early as possible.
Yeah, good day. As a resident of West Watuco Farming, and I asking the relevant authority to look into this matter as urgent. You understand? Because we going through it all the time. They're lying to us and say that they're doing the right thing and they do a piece and they're gone. It left, and we left in the mess of this thing. So please, let us come in and look into this thing as early as possible.
All right, thanks everybody. We have the councillor, Mr. Dover.
Personally, I don't know who are the relevant authorities, but I can recall a little while back, a few months back, the Prime Minister was here. He saw the condition of this road, and I think there was a promise at the time to do some urgent repairs, and those repairs have not been done up to this present time. Yeah. And what we're experiencing is rapid deterioration of this road. All right, to the extent where I think what we need there is a boat service in some areas when rainfall.
Boat service, wow.
All right,
a boat service.
You need a boat service.
Wow.
When rainfall is heavy. We had heavy rains. I think it was the day before yesterday. Thursday. Thursday. Yes. Right. Yes. And you should have been here then to see the condition of this road.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And this thing is contributing, and it is carrying up the operational costs of the people who own vehicles traversing this road.
Yes.
All right.
So
one of the things I observe is that sometimes when vehicles coming in to this area, people got to come up with the vehicles and walk through.
Mr. Dover.
Personally, I don't know who are the relevant authorities, but I can recall a little while back, a few months back, the Prime Minister was here. He saw the condition of this road, and I think there was a promise at the time to do some urgent repairs, and those repairs have not been done up to this present time. Yeah. And what we're experiencing is rapid deterioration of this road. All right, to the extent where I think what we need there is a boat service in some areas when rainfall.
Boat service, wow.
All right,
a boat service.
You need a boat service.
Wow.
When rainfall is heavy. We had heavy rains. I think it was the day before yesterday. Thursday. Thursday.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And you should have been here then to see the condition of this road.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And this thing is contributing, and it is carrying up the operational costs of the people who own vehicles traversing this road.
Yes.
All right.
So
one of the things I observe is that sometimes when vehicles coming in to this area, people got to come up with the vehicles and walk through, so that the vehicles can come through to avoid the vehicles grounding up. All right.
Yes. So we will advocate. We have the council out here. We have the deputy mayor out here. Everybody's out here.
Just get you
advocated. Oh, wait now, brother.
Yeah,
how about the road?
The road to be done.
The road. They are calling for the road. Yes, we out here today. We calling for the road.
The taxi man going down and think the man have to change here. We have to change the
You had a bad tire. You have to change struts.
The new scheme over that the road finished. So we need the road to finish to read.
We out here today. We have
the rumor spread that the road finished.
Yeah, the new scheme that the road finished, but we need the road to finish.
If you want to finish,
all right.
Yes. Yeah, don't want to make promise, but to make representation concerning it.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Yeah. Folks, in 2021, $550 million was committed to infrastructural improvements in Linden. A few short months ago, another sum of that magnitude was also committed. How come these roads aren't completed as yet? You know, we're calling on the authorities. We are calling on the authorities to make it right and let us get the roads in Linden fixed. Not only fixed, we want them to be fixed properly. Folks, that was the opener. That was the opener that we're following. That was the opener there. And we're going to circle back to a more insightful discussion with the Deputy Mayor of Linden in just a little bit. But first, folks, that was the opener on that front. We want to let you know in things we are covering internationally. Yep, Yevgeny Prigozhin, the Wagner boss, folks, met his demise today, apparently. They said a plane went down, a particular area in Russia, and he was on the manifest. He was listed as one of the passengers on this plane. That looks very suspect. You know, during the, whatever you want to call that, the march to Moscow a couple of Saturdays ago, was that 3, 4, 5? Saturdays ago, stunning the world. He said he wanted to get the attention of Putin, who was not listening to him on why the war in Russia was failing. And so himself and his men, they started a march to Moscow with little resistance. I heard a commentator during that time talk about how Prigozhin is a dead man walking, folks. I mean, y'all could say it's just, you know, an act of God. You know, y'all could say, when is it time? Is it time? Right? But people were very adamant. You know, he's a dead man. You don't put a stunt like that on Putin and live to tell the tale. Folks, again, plane went down today. They said he was one of the person. You have the Prigozhin, the Wagner boss. You know, this is the mercenary paramilitary outfit that does a lot of dirty work for a lot of countries, a lot of persons. Yep. Yep. One of the things you learn very early, you know, is it who is the book? Some green, the 48 laws of war and power. You must destroy your enemies completely. That's the advice they give in that book. Fantastic book on strategy. Destroy your enemies completely. Right? He won't put a stunt like that. Try to upstage Putin, building up, you know, his prestige, building up his power, building up his privilege. Well, so much for that. So much for that. Moving on, folks. Moving on. Why are we going to be like India? India has become the 4th country to put a man on the moon. To put a man on the moon, good folks. And this was announced by the Prime Minister of India. Right? When he announced India is now on the moon, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India is now on the moon. We got the money, but can we do it? Can we do it? Congrats to India. Congrats to India on this. I don't even want to say it's a mammoth feat. You know, mammoth is a small word. It's a small word. When you think about going to the moon, when you think about putting boots on the moon, it's a mammoth task. We want to say congrats to the Indian people for accomplishing this huge feat. Accomplishing this huge feat. Congrats to India, folks. Rudy Giuliani, one of the 19 co-conspirators in this 4th indictment against Trump and themselves, trying to overthrow the 2020 general elections in our country, the US. Well, he was booked today down in Georgia. Rudy looked like he at the end, on the edge, and at the end. This is what happens when you follow bad company, Rudy. I forget them. When they sent Pompeo, you forgot them? Stacey, but I ain't forget them. If y'all forget them, I ain't forget them. Right? You forget them, Bernadette. I seen Kosher, Bernadette Duncan, Sandra Davis. You forget them, Stacey Lewis, Rosetta Barton, Cheryl Panchap. When they sent Pompeo, God don't like ugly. I hear a refrain. Naomi Drucker, you forget. Naomi wants to know if Rudy's still dying here. Clearly not. Melissa Monroe, you forget, I forget them. Exercising their great power. They come here and they force the hand of Granger. These are the people who are holding on for dear life to power. Be careful what you wish for others. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. So that's one of the things we're looking at today, folks. Now we're circling back to a couple of things happening in the region. And then we're coming in 592, coming down and in Ramadan in the 592. So from Rudy, you remember this mother and daughter duo from Antigua and Barbuda who were part of that Virgin Galactic ride into space? Well, they said it's even better than they had imagined it would be even better. They become the first Caribbean people to enter space. The first Caribbean people. I'm happy for them. I am happy for them. See, even I can take the word for it. I can take the word for it. See, it's even better than imagine. We're going to take the word for it. You know, we can still have high from Ridge Road. Better than imagine. Congrats to them. Congrats to them. Maybe you can take a trip. Stacey Lewis, you will take a trip. Vesta Cockfield, you will take a trip. Unica Light, what about you? Would you take a trip? Sheena Hazel, Mavis Davis, well, Oren, would you take a trip? Congrats to them. Congrats to them. Congrats to them. You know, we saw UNESCO today as being reported out of CARICOM in their publication, asking for us to once and for all abolish human exploitation. Not a bad feat at all. I think so apt for UNESCO to call on us, to call on our better angels, as they said, once and for all, to abolish human exploitation in all its forms. You know, it's very, very heartrending to see man's inhumanity to man. UNESCO, through its Director General, Audrey Ozele, said it is time to abolish human exploitation, PPP. That we're seeing there at Jamaica North and other places. It is time, world, to abolish human exploitation once and for all, and to recognize the equal and unconditional dignity of each and every human being. PPP, I feel like it's them. Audrey Ozele was talking to. I think like it was them. Once and for all, abolish human exploitation. I know even with that, the Director General of UNESCO, Audrey talking about finishing that. I just saw a headline out of Village Voice. MP Ford says the state must walk an extra mile to end racial and economic inequalities, and it must start now. All that confirmed to me in my spirit that Audrey Ozele was talking to them. Let's end human exploitation now. This thing going too far. The whole One Guyana is a farce. And I think they should read what the Director General of UNESCO said. You know, they should read that. Rhonda Gordon, once and for all, abolish, human exploitation. They can talk, they talk. Good folks. But you see that walk? You see that walk? They're not walking the walk. And this was on the occasion, this was said by the UNESCO Secretary General. This was on the International Day of Remembrance of the slave trade and its abolition. A remarkable time to reflect. A remarkable time to reflect. Let's join hands and do what is being recommended here. What's been instructed here by the UNESCO Secretary General, Audrey Ozele. Folks, closer to home. Two men stranded at sea, counting their lucky stars tonight. And they must have a purpose to live in. Not too many people go through the kind of feat that they went through. The man said, I hold on to my head, saying I got dead like a hog. As they recounted their harrowing experience quite recently. Could you imagine? You ever saw a Castaway with Tom Hanks? You always watch that kind of pia movie. Castaway is a fantastic film. They were castaway, right? Lost at sea, rescued 4 days after they had set sail. And they recently recounted their harrowing experience. Despite having, they say, 20 years at sea. 20 years at sea. They still managed to get into this kind of difficulty. This is Keston Fordyce of Golden Grove and Lincoln Colley of Catherine Village, Maikoni. And again, You know, they are thanking their lucky stars. You see, they left the barrier at about 5 hours and were expected to return in the afternoon with their catch. They went into the Atlantic and headed east before dropping their sign. A storm during the course of the day pushed them out into the Atlantic and westward. 4 days later, I know some of y'all don't give up. Some of y'all don't give up. Say, Father, take me. Don't give up. I thank the Father for them. Thank the Father for them. They made it back. Made it back alive. 4 days lost at sea. You know, Minister of Health saying that dengue is on a decline. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? You better continue to take precautions. Better continue to take precautions. If you all know what's good for you all, let us continue. Friends, family, brothers and sisters, let us continue. Just like COVID. Right? There's such a papacy of information where COVID-19 is concerned in the fight, in the 592. And more effort is needed to advise, to educate people on what's going on. Dengue, they didn't even want to tell you folks had dengue. And then we heard there were 2,000 cases. 6 children died. People like children. On the PPP watch, 20 died in that Madia fire. 6 and counting died. Kids from dengue. On the day watch, this is an indictment on Frank. Frank should just pack his bags and go. Pack and go. He says on the decline. I tell you what he's saying, that's what I believe. Is on the decline. Rosetta Barton, Karen Thorne, Edward Brooms, Edward Gonzalez, rather. Edward from the Bronx is available. Do you believe that? That's what Frank would have us believe. I believe in that. And then they start telling us, oh, they're not walking away from sugar. Well, open back the estates. Abiola Clark, Jolly Anderson, they're not walking away from sugar. Well, look back the estates, man. You like sugar so bad. Reopen the estates. So bad you like sugar. They're not giving up on sugar workers. They know it's a barefacedness to us. Pumping their chest, pounding their fists. They know. These are the people who closed down Diamond Estate, among others. But then giving up on sugar. When the last administration came in, their own CEO said the industry was bankrupt. And then the task was left to the new AFC administration to right-size this industry. And they talk about they ain't giving up on sugar. How much millions of euros was spent on the Skeldon Sugar Factory? It then produced a kilowatt energy and a pound of sugar at profitability. So they ain't give up on sugar. Right? Because more and more sugar workers are seeing through them and seeing their false promises. Zulfi, cute Zulfi had promised. He gonna open the thing quick soon as he come in. 3 years and counting. If you are so bad with sugar, you know, you're so big with management of sugar, I'll open the industry, man. Open the industry. Stop fooling sugar workers. It's high time we stop fooling sugar workers. They ain't no sugar going no place. We know sugar going no place. That's why we took corrective action to salvage what could be salvaged. They came in. They say we can make a better deal for sugar. We are the deal makers. 3 years and counting. We still waiting. Like so many of their promises. Like so many of their promises. Sheila Hazel, Paulette Niles, Rika, Lewis. Like some of their promises. Karen Thorne and Diane Graves-Andy. Out front parts. Like some of their promises. They were the paper it written on. And they got the nerve. Yes, more power to the sugar industry. Since they come in, the amount of money they threw into sugar, London could have been a thriving metropolis. A thriving metropolis. The amount of money they poured into sugar. But alas, brothers and sisters, the true nature of the people, lie. That's what they done. The true nature of the people showing Lie upon lie upon lie upon lie upon lie. The true nature. We can pause for a cause and talk to Linden's Deputy Mayor, Dominic Blair, about a very issue of infrastructure. And as some of this sugar money, about 40, 50, 60 billion with a capital bill that people have put into sugar. If some of that had gone by the way of Linden, my God. Nice time, you see, but they cater for the bits, right? We ain't cutting nothing, but money got to pay. Base got to stay happy. Rosal, is it that one? Huh? One in the closed down. I don't pay yet. But as employed for 3,000 people, every month they getting paid, but they ain't cutting nothing. They ain't cutting nothing. While communities equally deserving of attention and finances continue to go without. Being talked very briefly with a brother from another mother, the deputy mayor, newest councillor in the block, out of the mining chunk of Linden, Dominic Blair, about the very concerns those residents are expressing. Then we come back on the other side, folks. On the other side, you see that horrific butchery and slaying in Berbice today? Oh, we can talk with a senior policeman, and we can talk with a relative as well. But what he thought happened here, you ain't gonna go no way. You ain't gonna go no way. Better share the line. Smash that emoji button. Partner with us as well, folks. Let's talk with our brother out of the mining chunk. Again, as I said, folks, the deputy mayor of the municipality of Linden. Joining us this evening, Dominic Blair. And Dominic almost needs no introduction, but just for those of you who don't know, that Dominic has been elevated a little bit. He's now the deputy mayor of the municipality of Linden. Am I correct, Dominic? Congratulations.
Yes.
I know you guys have fought a very hard campaign. You came out victorious and resoundingly so. It wasn't no little win. It was a big win. Talk to us a little bit before we get into the subject matter of how you're adjusting to this new role as deputy mayor.
For me, it's new because is many problems, many issues from the outside. You had an impression that it was minor. Now you're in the seat now. You recognize the challenges the town faces. And so now you're in the driving seat right now. And people are coming to you with all these issues and you need to fix them. But I know I have the community support. I know I have the town support. So there's no need for a bad job to be done. Outside of that, I have, I'm in the seat of the support of the town, the residents. I'm out there representing their interests, advocating for the development of the town. And for me, the rest is history. The campaign is over. The campaign is over, and now it's just boots on the ground. Get the work done. Like the subject matter we're about to talk about today, about what's happening in the town.
Excellent. So, as we said, you have been working a lot. The people have been expressing their concerns. One of the things that people are really peeved about, 3 years in the new administration, infrastructure still seems to be a very weak point. It's friends, family, and favorites coming in, getting the contracts. And as a previous discussion we had with the chairman of Region 10, Mr. Darren Adams, he said Linden is like the testing place for some of these contractors. You got you have a situation on the ground there. Talk to us about that and some infrastructure that needs help.
Oh, right now, last Sunday, myself and the councillor for the area, Councillor Parks, we visit the West Watuka area, and we got some disturbing complaints from residents. As councillors, we have to represent their interests. We're talking about the West Watuka main access road. This is road that takes farmers to market. This is the only access. This is the main access road out this area, West Watuka. We had some alarming complaints about this road from residents. Most of them, I don't know how to start because there's so many. First of all, one is saying that because of the poor state of the road, we're facing high taxi fares. Another resident is saying to us, because of this road, we have to be changing vehicle parts often. Another resident is saying that they got injured. One resident is saying that, look, the minister was here, the prime minister was here only weeks ago. We made complaints to him, and he recognized the state of the road, and still he's making promises being made and not fulfilled as we speak of today. So the residents now, they sit down, they say, you know what? I said, listen, let us put video and advocate for this road to be done, because this road is not about party, it's not about friends, it's a road, this road affecting everybody in the community, because that area has people from both sides. So I don't believe that it's supposed to be political. It's supposed to be done because it's something affecting residents in the area. We have kids, come on, we have kids. One kid, because of the hole, one kid right now have a fractured foot because of that road. And so now we're advocating for that road to be done immediately. That road needs to be asphalted. It requires urgent upgrading. Right now, both farmers, and the thing I want to add is that West Otuka is a farming area. It's a farming area, and it's affecting farmers to bring up produce. And if you're talking about food security, and these farmers, they rely on this road, this major access road, to bring out their produce to residents, and it's been affected now. They can't bring food, their produce, outside of the community. We can't get because of this one access road. So they're asking for it to be done urgently. They're asking for this to be done. I want to emphasize that this matter is urgent because as more rainfall day by day, we're asking for it to be graded, asphalted, because the thing is that they started one area of the road, they stopped, they went to the back of the road, and they left, and this is the center of the road, the center. So one would ask, what is the rationale behind this whole activity, this whole thing? Why would you do half of the road,
and leave another half?
And leave another half.
Deputy Mayor Blair, you've said it best. It seems the worse the road gets, the more expensive to traverse this piece of real estate there. Why do you think, because we hear all the time the administration that is talking about how important farmers market roads are, why do you think they've been so reluctant to do this particular road in Linden, Region 10?
I want to think that because of the embarrassment of over the local government election, but I think the election is over now. The people of Guyana should be put first. I think elections are over. The people of Guyana are at most interest right now. Look, we recognize the administration for many reasons is reluctant towards Region 10, and I think it needs to be stopped. It has to end at some point. We haven't seen any capital works is done for Region 10 for the 3 years in office. Whether you talk about the synthetic track was conceptualized by the coalition, right now, no works have been going on in the MSC Sports Club. They promised the track would have been done and handed over to the community by local government election. We haven't seen that as yet, and we're still waiting on other stuff. They're talking about the bridge. They have not finished one aspect of their promise and want to go on to the other. Now, likewise with the Farmers Road, this West Otuka Road is very important. They believe that the area, one would think that the area is predominantly for the government, but the recent election shows different. But at the end of the day, we're saying that these are people of this country.
Chinese, yeah.
And we need to respect that, whether religion, whether political affiliation, they are Guyanese, birthed, we need to respect them. They're crying, they're in the streets, they're begging, they're asking for just come out and have it done. The council that I serve doesn't have the capacity to do such a road. That is a public infrastructure. That is something supposed to be done immediately. I think that's an emergency work. School's about to open. School's about to open another week from now. We have kids living in the area. If this is the way we're going to treat the residents of our country, come on, Sharon. They need to do better.
Yeah, I hear you thoroughly. In the event that the government does not make this direct intervention, I know you guys are a new council, as we said when we started this discussion. You're getting your feet wet. You might not know all the ins and outs and what is on the books. Do you get the sense, as a second resort, this might find its way into the council's budget? I know you guys probably in the phases of getting a new budget together, and maybe some of the subvention that the government gives to municipalities, or supposed to give to municipalities like Linden, might be put in this direction.
No, there's no talks about raising subvention. This is one thing our council will be fighting for. I could tell you that much, sitting on the financial committee, that we are pushing for a bigger subvention. And in previous statement by the mayor, as the head of the council, that is one direction we're asking for, a bigger subvention. So, that we could execute our work in an efficient and a successful manner. Outside of that, we have a lot of number of things we're looking at. Right now, the council is in a state. I know we're we're working with the people to get it fixed. We just had the foot down exercise we had where we clean up Poa Crescent. We're looking to move on to other projects. We have a program called the Town's Beautification Program, which has a number of projects inside, where it's going to be the market enhancement, some of the community enhancement, and we're looking to beautify the town, because in the mayor's vision, Linden is the heart of Guyana. You know what I mean? We have the access to every region. We are a main access point to every region in the country. We are peddling that narrative, Linden, the heart of Guyana. When it comes to infrastructure and stuff like that, we're hoping that the government honors that part to put in the relevant infrastructure so works could be done. Because the government job is to make livelihoods of its residents somewhat accessible and easy. And we're asking them to do just that. We at the municipality level, at the local level, with a meager budget, we understand our role and we know what we could do. And we're without, even though, like I give you an example, that road doesn't fall under the municipality, but we as community representative, we were out there and we have to represent our community. So even though that is not our part, we were out there with the people last Sunday saying, hey, we are standing with you in solidarity. This road needs to be done. We were out there just because of that situation. So that's where we at right now.
Excellent. Deputy Mayor Blair, we want to thank you for spending this time with us. Don't be a stranger around these parts. Do come back and let us know some of the other advances. Do come back and let us know some of the other advances that the council is making. I know you all are, as you said, you're involved in a number of projects. We extend an invitation to you, the Deputy Mayor, even other councillors, to come on and let us know how Linden is advancing.
Yes, we would not be a stranger. We would not be a stranger. We're going to always be out there advocating for this town development and like I said again, represent this town interests. We can always be here if we have to, just like means like this, coming out in your show, speaking out loud for what's wrong. In the videos to come, you would see residents complaining whether they went to every authority to call out to get this road done. And we need to take it serious, because the next thing you're going to hear is that someone died for the situation of that road, because that road is really in a deplorable state. Because the next thing is going to happen, the holes get so big, someone driving falls in because they have a large canal on both left and right hand. So we're going to continue to doing that. So again, Tara, thanks for this opportunity so I could come out and come here to speak out on what's happening in the community, in the town.
Welcome.
And any other issue, I will be coming forward. I will be coming and speak out loud. I'm not afraid to speak. I'm going to be always coming out here to shed some light on what's happening on the town.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor Blair. Thank you. All right, folks, there you have it. There you have it. Deputy Mayor Dominic Blair, thanks for dropping by and giving us more context to that issue there. And we got to fight in every community. Better infrastructure, all this billions of dollars, must come for something. The billions of dollars, good folks, must count for something. Or else we're wasting time. Isn't that so? We're wasting time and we fiddling our thumb. The other pandemic, violence against our women and girls. Violence against women and girls. I don't know what Melissa did to somebody. But what they did to her was inexcusable. Inexcusable. What could his son have done to somebody to deserve that kind of death? Mother and son, they tell us, Melissa and Anthony Arocum, found in Mangrove Street, Rose Hall in Region 6, with multiple top wounds about their bodies. Multiple. What could Melissa have done to somebody warranting that? Our young son, what could he, in his short life, have done to anybody to deserve that kind of death? What? We got to take a stronger stance on crime. We got to bring back the hangman. I don't give it the UNC. Bring back the hangman. We got to make some people examples. We have to. It's incumbent on all of us. We got to make some people an example. What Melissa Arocum and a young son have done anybody to warrant that kind of a demise? To warrant that? Take a look at what we saw when we visited Mangrove Street there and spoke with the commander in that area. Take a look. Take a listen. Thoughts and prayers with the family, the entire community there.
Police in Regional Division number 6 received report of wounding. Eventually, when we arrived at the scene, the station sergeant, along with a relative of the relative, she would have discovered the body lying motionless in a pool of blood. Subsequently, we were informed, and based on initial investigation, a female in her low 30s age and a child lower than 12-year-old. At this time, the identity of those two victims are yet to be identified. As soon as we have that, we'll feed you the media. The suspects, we do have some person of interest where we are conducting the investigation. As soon as it develops, we will feed you subsequently.
When you say you have persons of interest, are they detained? Are they in custody? What is that?
They are being questioned at the moment.
And how many persons?
4.
Any of those persons?
Yes, they are relatives of the deceased, and one is a neighbor.
Could you confirm that the child was found in a room and the...
I wouldn't be able to speak on that. It's active investigation.
Can you say around what time exactly the discovery was made? What time the police received the report of the woman?
About 12:01, somewhere around there, and we would have discovered that about 1:30.
Can you say whether the house was ransacked or anything?
No, the house isn't ransacked.
Anything missing or at this point?
At this time, we are unable to say that because the relatives who are there and stuff is a crime scene, and we treat it as it is.
Any weapon recovered so far?
We are yet to.
Any trails of blood that led to any way or anything?
We are looking as it is. However, I'm not sure if that is human blood or animal, because they have some animals at the background there.
Did you say weapons were recovered?
No, there's no weapon.
Yep, folks, this is the gruesome death we're covering here, the gruesome death of Melissa and Anthony Arocum of Mangrove Street, Rose Hall, Region 6. Reports are, even though the commander wouldn't say, that her young son was found on the bed in the bedroom, all chopped up, as though he was a lamb to the slaughter, blood everywhere, and the mother was found out in the living room on the floor. Who would want to do this? Who would want to do this? Horrendous, horrific, treacherous act. Who would want to do this? Who would want to do this? One of the relatives of the mother and son spoke out and gave us a little insight about who they were, who she was as a person, undeserving, the worst criminal you wouldn't treat like this. We got to take a stronger stance on crime. The PP promised a crime prevention plan. We still waiting. We still waiting. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the Arocam family, friends, the whole community there in Region 6, Rose Hall, Mangrove Street. This is what the relative said. Take a look, folks. Take a listen. Share the live as well. Smash that emoji button as well, folks.
Yes, Uncle. Tell us your name.
Leon.
And your full correct name, full name.
Leon Moore.
How old are you?
52.
And your relation to the now deceased?
This is my auntie granddad. Me and she mother first cousin.
Okay, so can you tell us what you would have learned in relation to the incident, the discovery?
To me, man, like that's some foul play because she don't make problem with people, so. The girl don't make problem with people, so. If you don't earning, the girl crash is sort of listen, and me and she just start when she pass for gold. She don't make problem with people, so me know what really happen there.
She who used to live at the house?
She and she son and she brother live at the back part. But he say he come at 4 o'clock and he gone. Poor cut cane. And imagine he come back from work 11 something and he don't know nothing. When the next brother come back for the washroom, then he detect the girl there in the house. That is small brother. Yeah, and he even got to call this. So this one don't come from work, bed, car out back road, and he don't know nothing. So me know really happen.
Son live there alone?
Yeah, she and his son. The mother was there, but the mother got him back a bush.
What's the son's name?
What she like? Me not remember what's his son name, man. Anthony, no? Anthony.
Does she work?
No, she got a little shop there, and she mother grocery, little drinks, little lemonade, little sweet mouth and so on. She mother support you too. Mother support you.
So she's a single mother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you or anybody told you whether they saw the body and what injury the body had?
No, them say she get chop on she body or on she neck and then say the son like he get joke up. That rough too, man. I know how the things, I know what play out them I can say.
When was the last time you see her?
I see the girl play yesterday. Today must know the day when I see the girl this morning. Because me just sell in the market. When she drop here school, she come in for buy something, fish or something. Talk to me and she gone.
And yesterday when you saw her, what was like the conversation, or like was she in good spirits?
She always call me Uncle Leon. Uncle Leon, why though? Right? But she don't look like she didn't get no problem or something. Every time I see she always a laugh. Me say she like think about you, you always a smile. Yeah, she always smile when she see me or laugh or tell me something. I say, oh, you mommy girl? She say, mommy, you come out back anytime. She mommy, you walk in the bush. She get George in there.
Yeah. Apart from being like a funny person, how would you describe her? How the type of person that she was, especially to her son, and
She and she son real good man. She not like she son bad. She not lose sight of the boy. She make sure she drop my lesson, go back and pick up back.
What school the child used to go? Rose Primary? Portmore?
Yeah, I over there. Portmore there.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you have it, folks. There you have it. As we know more information, you guys are going to know as well. Thanks for joining us this evening. Thanks for joining us this evening. We got to send a very, very strong message about crime pulling down the high rate of crime. Them boys see serious crime going down. Where? Which country they living in? Serious crime going down. That's going to do it for us in this set. Thanks for joining our broadcast this evening. Pearson Power, Cassandra Keeler, Tramilla Edgil, Jamal Aziz, I see Garley is here as well, and June and Renella. Good to have each and every one of you on the live. Thanks for joining our humble broadcast this evening. That's our time, folks. And that's our program. Our thoughts and prayers, of course, go to this entire family. Our thoughts and prayers go to them. Share the live before you go. You're coming back to watch us. Share the live as well, folks. We put up that link there. Please contribute to this drone project we have, and let's move forward. That being said, folks, that's our time, Mark Doris, and that's our program. Good to see all of you on the live tonight. I see Mark, Dan Abrams, Jack Powers, Allen. Good to see you, the Godfather there in Barbados. Renella, Jennifer Bob is here as well. Hazel Chase, Joy Barry, good to see you. Julian Bowman, good to see you as well. And Vanetta, Walton Anthony, good to see you too. Charles Nelson, Roxanne Odessa, Cassandra, Jolette Asana. Good to see all of you. Have a great evening, folks, and take care. Stay safe.